They talk about it, no fantasy, yeah. I gave up everything, just pick it back up.
We're kicking it with your guy Cuddy, and you're hanging out with the very beautiful and talented Angie Rose. What's up?
Just hi to them or you?
Both.
Oh,
the whole
hi,
world's
hi.
watching. Say hi to your mom, all of that.
Hi, Mom.
So we're here, we're kicking it, and I just had to get with you. You're doing a lot of dope things right now, so we just want to get real acquainted first. You know what I
I
mean?
get to kick it with Cuddy?
You already know.
I'm lit.
So tell us some of your upbringing and where you from.
So I'm from the Bronx,
Okay.
New York.
Boogie down.
Yes, Puerto Rican from the Bronx.
All right. Typical music story.
I guess, right?
Kind of,
Semi-typical. There's like, 3 or 4 of us.
Okay. So you're from the Bronx. What was that like? Like, paint us a picture of what it was like growing up, because that's like the essence of music. Hip hop was born there. So what was it like growing up?
Growing up was dope. My big brother was very, very, very into hip hop. So like, I saw a lot of the typical, like the Get Down coming out now.
Word,
like,
that's dope.
A lot of moments like that, like beatboxing or just like people spitting in the stairs or walking around with boomboxes on their shoulders. Like, so a lot of that was like my childhood, the fashion, the lugs, the bear coats, like all this
Dope.
stuff. That's the childhood of me. My brother actually put a video up from '95 today.
Yeah?
And I had on like a Kangol hat and his hoodie, and I was like,
Yo.
Right.
That's
Not
dope.
Embarrassing. But that was my childhood.
That's dope. A lot of people don't get, we see that from afar. A lot of people get to watch, like the show you brought up, the Get Down. People have to watch that from afar, and they don't really get to grow up in that. So that's dope. And then you got into the music, so that's also like perfect.
Yes.
But you're also a Christian artist.
Yes.
And you grew up in the church. So what was it like listening to rap music in the house?
It's interesting. So my parents were actually pastors, and my brother, like I said, was he did what he did. So the typical things that like are associated with hip hop was the lifestyle. He sold some stuff that he
Okay,
shouldn't have
so
been selling.
maybe smoke some stuff.
He
Maybe.
smoked
Okay,
some
I
stuff.
understand.
And so his
Mom, he
friend-
doesn't do it anymore.
He don't be smoking. So I had that, like, interesting. My brother always had his friends over, so I had that, and then I had my parents, like, giving gospel. I would go to church with them, and I was actually passionate about it. It wasn't like a fake thing. I really loved Jesus. But I also really loved hip hop. So, like, now what I do is, like, the worlds have intertwined, which is awesome. Because it's super easy to just be me. Because hip hop is self-expression.
Yes.
So because I'm a Christian, like, I don't have to force myself to sound like a Christian.
Yeah, make up
I just
stuff
be making music.
right.
And because that's my paradigm and my worldview is like that through the lens of Jesus, my music sounds
Authentic.
Like, yeah.
It's not,
I call
fake.
it parables. Like, I don't be trying to preach. I just be.
That's dope. That's dope. So I also saw on your Instagram recently that you took a picture at a beach and it looked like it could have been a baptism. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh yeah. My church had a baptism at a beach. It was pretty lit.
Looks dope.
It was fun. But yeah, like I'm involved in my church community. We're super close. We're friends actually, which is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. That filters through my music, I guess, because I talk about what I live and what I do. So.
Right. And speaking of rapping and making music about that, you did remixes to some very popular songs that aren't very Christian. Like, you did All the Way Up.
Yeah.
You did Panda. You did the So Gone remix also. So you got a big, a big feedback on that. What was that like? And what made you even do the So Gone challenge in the first place? Or those
I just kept getting
freestyles?
tagged. I actually had no desire to do the So Gone challenge, but I just kept getting tagged in it. And so I was up, I couldn't sleep. It was like 12:30 at night, and I was like, yo, I threw on the beat and flexed it. And then the next day, I was in the car with my best friend because she had to go do her eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Bronx, you don't want to get a ticket, so somebody wait in the car. So I shot the video while I was waiting
Yourself?
in the car. Like, I had her hold it,
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
a selfie, and I was like, wait,
Nah, it's
fix
dope.
it.
Word.
But yeah, the response is I've never dealt with like a bias or like people being weird about like my Christianity and my music. Like, I have fans that are not Christian, I have fans that are Christian, and nobody cares because they just be like, yo, you be spitting. So I love
dope.
music.
Right.
So yeah,
Word.
never no criticism.
I also seen one of your quotes that you're saying it's more than a movement. So
Yeah.
what is this? You have the Sips Coffee hashtag,
Yeah.
hence we're in a cafe.
Right.
Tell us more about that.
So I made this song called Unstoppable. I actually only have like 2 songs out, which is the part that makes everything about like things happening crazy. But one of the songs was called Unstoppable. And when I was making the video, I like saw a piece of cardboard and I was like, yo, hold on. So I tagged on it, hashtag I'm unstoppable, and then I held up the sign. And then the same day I was recording the video, I'm like, yo, hold on, take a picture. So I take a picture in a cafe, and I posted on Instagram, and I was like, yo, you know, in this song, it's the promo. So I'm like, in this song, I'm talking about, you know, different situations I went through in my life and how, despite all of it, I'm unstoppable. And I was like, tell me your story. And out of nowhere, just people started like going ham. Like I started seeing posts all over, like thousands of posts. I clicked the hashtag and it's just going crazy. I got some friends to record videos of telling their struggles, and then like ending with nah, but I'm unstoppable. And it just like took a life of its own. And then I realized it's more than music; it's a movement.
Dope. So you try to really, you know, speak to the people through your music. Well, you didn't really try, you know what I mean? It just happened. You just be yourself,
right.
And you talk to music, and from that you get a great response. And for somebody that only has 2 songs, you know, you still do performances, you still do cameos and different videos, things like that. That's awesome. And how did you happen to get your song on a Soul Train CD?
Some dude hit me up, and he was like, yo, whatever, I want to work. And you know, at first, obviously, you know, you go through enough in the industry, you stop believing people.
Right, because everybody's just... sometimes it seems like people blow gas, blow smoke.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. So just, you know, I was like, whatever. He was like, yo, send me the songs, blah, blah, blah. See what I could do. He was like, yo, it usually costs $400, but I'm going to make it work. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay, because I ain't got $400. Like,
right.
And like 2 weeks later, I seen the CD cover. I'm on the joint with like Chris Brown and all that. I'm like, what the heck? And it was like legit. And I was like, oh, well, look at God.
Look what God do,
real
man.
Simple. I didn't seek it, which has calmed me down a lot, I think. From like, I think so when I first came in the industry, I was super like, just doe-eyed. And I was just like, I just want to make music. And then you start seeing things, you start chasing things like way too crazy. And then I think what moments like that have made me realize is like, what's mine, I don't have to chase. And so like I've learned to chill, like, which is awesome because there was that pressure. Sidebar, that was my little
That's dope. So, you know, having your obstacles and your lessons through, you know, just experience, what advice would you give somebody coming into the music industry, a young female like that, you know, coming into music, what advice would you give them starting out?
So I think to any artist, my advice would always be like, be organic, like be yourself, but specifically to females, like, because there's so few, and so like what we do as humans, when there's only a few things that are successful, you try your best to like imitate like a mold, because you think that that's the only way for it to work. And so like for everybody, like I said, but specifically for females, because there's so few, like you have to be yourself. Like if you want to do music, if you want to act, whatever it is that you want to do, like be you and be thoroughly passionate about it. Because like what I realized was like, as I've grown, you start off everything imitating. You start talking, imitating your parents. You start walking, imitating the people.
Right.
But the more that you do it, the more that you develop your own like sound and style and vibe. So number one is be yourself, but you can't do that unless you're like being prolific. So be prolific so that you can be yourself. Yeah.
Dope. Well, you heard it first right here from Angie Rose. Thank you for kicking it with your guy Cuddy.
My pleasure.
Now tell everybody the social media website where they can get all your stuff.
Angie Rose Music with a K. Angie Rose, M-U-S-I-K. That's Instagram, that's Twitter, that's the website, that's the YouTube, that's whatever.
You heard?
You heard?
Yeah, you're kicking it with Cuddy, Angie Rose. Thank you.
It's lit. My pleasure.